Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing out there? Are you inspired? Are you working on your art? Are you going to work? Are you creating? What are you doing today? Are you looking to watch this incredible Art to Heart episode with our new guest? What are you doing? I promise you're going to be inspired. It's the beginning of the week. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever type of work you do out there, I will tell you that art can transform your heart. It's going to make you happy, it's going to make you joyful, and you're going to be super inspired. With my guest today is a master artist, award-winning artist Marcelle Mansour from. Hey Marcel, I'm gonna get you here. How are
Hi,
you doing, Marcel?
hi, Viviana. How are you?
Great. Tell our audience where you from.
Hi, this is Marcelle Mansour. I am Australian, originally from Palestine. I was born in Palestine, like from Palestinian Christian heritage, based in Sydney.
Yes, yes. Tuning in from Sydney, Australia. What time is it over there?
I am multidisciplinary visual artist, um, doing portraits and representational arts. I'm also not only representational art. I do abstract visual artists and digital artists and light artists as well. So I just mix all of them together sometimes, or some of them, or just individual. I'm also a bilingual writer and journalist contributor and ambassador for peace.
Awesome. Okay. I think I lost the last part of what you said, or the sound might be a little bit delayed, but it's okay. It's okay. So I want to share a little bit. I know you are a multimedia artist, and you do even digital painting, right? Which I think
Yes,
is very challenging. Can you tell us how you got into exploring all these different mediums?
yes. I was originally during my childhood. I was very good in drawings. I just, I was told when I was a child that I'm very talented, and I used to get awards always since my childhood. And from the Department of Education, and as you know, from like His Excellency the General Governor and the Mayor, and so I was encouraged all the time. And whoever I meet, like friends or relatives, I just developed passion for towards portraits. So I used to do portraits for people I meet, and so because I was very interested in arts, I wanted to do fine art. But when I went to Egypt to study at university, but I was discouraged, like always told that there is no money in the arts, and so I did English literature, English language. But when I immigrated to Australia, I have to tell you that I started from the first month. The first month I was equipped like to do as a professional visual artist as a self-taught, and I attended some private lessons, and it wasn't many, just a few of them. I joined some associations, art associations, and I attended like sessions for international artists. And I just went on exhibiting my solo and joining international exhibitions as well. When the like my sons and daughters grew, and at that very mature age, I did Master of Fine Arts and Master of Studio Arts, and I continued. And after that, the technology and the IT industry like went into or introduced to the art industry. So I just learned about it, because I always want to learn something, a new method, and experiment and experience. So I like to change most of the time. So I infuse all this technology in my traditional arts. Sometimes I combine together, other times separate. And so I that's the way I am now. Just art is a part of my life, all my life. Just still in me. Yeah.
That's incredible. You know what? I have to ask you, what was the shift? Because I know you said first you were discouraged. They told you there's no money in art, which I heard also when I was a child, the same. I think a lot of artists have heard the same and kind of decided for a different path, career path, and then again came back to their passion. Thank goodness, right? We're coming back to what we love. But what was your shift? What happened? You moved to Australia. What was the shift there that decided and that made you decide this is what I want to do? I love art. I'm totally gonna follow this passion.
because it's always art in me. Like I never departed it. Wherever I go, even if I go, for example, attend a session or at school or uni or going anywhere, I just find myself drawing, drawing, drawing. So it just in my blood. So even when I was young, like I was encouraged also by my family and relatives. And when I used to go to my father's factory, he used to own a factory for shoes, like custom made shoes for males and females. I used to go there. I enjoy looking at the styles and fashion of all these sets of handbags and shoes for women and colors, and also he used to have like a small a window of what is it like cabinet for all art materials and tools and stationaries. I used to get all these and just sit on the floor and draw and paint with the color like white. I mean, yeah, 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 watercolor. And sometimes I used to do the frames by myself, even from cardboard and colorful papers. And also at school, I think I was 13 years old, and it was preparatory school examination by the education of Department of Education, and I was the only one who had the top in arts in the whole district of Gaza. It was, and I was told that there's no one who got 20 out of 20 in arts. You only get full mark only in maths and science, but not in arts. But I would, so I was encouraged all the time, and but I loved it. And I used to go at at home. For example, I was brought up in like academic educational environment, and had and even my neighborhood were headmistress of school and headmaster of school. So they always have to have with them under their arms and with their hands magazine, newspapers, and one of them we used to have a full room with like a library. So I used to get all these handy and go home and just cut and make collage and draw. So I just lived like that, art's just in me. And when I was at school, they gave me high school. I mean, at high school, they gave me the keys of the studio. So I used to stay back and sometimes to go in the morning before classes. And my mother made me a garment like a white one, just to put it on and not to stain my uniform. So, and I used to play music as well in the studio, and sometimes we used to sing. And so, just arts in me. I don't know. In At school, when we go, the program or the curriculum in overseas, like when we go to high school, these 3 years, we have to decide either science or literature. So I went into science. I stayed 3 months in science because my parents wanted to me like a doctor or a pharmacist or engineer because I was the top in the class. And but after 3 months, I got so bored. I said, no, no, no. I changed to literature, so I can do anything with literature, like science, literature or arts. I really wanted to do fine arts all my life, but I was discouraged. But I used to practice it all my life, and practicing that's the most enjoyable part.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I want to share something. I want to share your website because I want to share, guys, that you're watching out there. I want to share some of Marcel's portraits. Can you tell us here what we're watching? I mean, these are beautiful works of yours. This is your portrait gallery, right?
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I developed my passion towards portraits. So I'm inspired also by people who are like prominent and who are successful in life.
Right.
So I always, whoever I meet in my life and I admire, I just like to put them on canvas. You know what I mean? So I've done my first exhibition was at the Parliament House actually, and it was opened by the Minister of Arts, and that was in 1998. and I put them in the book of Shifting Waves. It's about people who are from ethnic background and diverse background, and they came here to Australia, and they started from zero, and they just contributed to, to build up the country and society, and they made like a remarkable contribution, and that's why I admire them. And I want to show that these people are brilliant, and they are um, like they are from different fields. As you see, some of them are doctors, some of them are engineers, some of them in police,
Yeah,
some of them are artists, so I admire these people, and I also exhibited them on the day of the International Day of Tolerance to encourage
mm,
harmony and to share harmony and peace and these sort of things. This was the first one in Shifting Waves, as I was talking about. The other one was Treasure Forever, because I value these people. I think they are a treasure for us, and I want to make them eternal and immortal because they deserve it. I just want
yeah.
to celebrate them and to make them examples for youth people, for the new generation, to inspire the new generation.
Absolutely. And I love what you're doing. It's so important, right, for artists to document history. I always say it is our responsibility to do that. Let's explore something that I'm passionate about right now. It's digital art, and the reason is because it took
Yes,
a while,
right.
right? It took a while for people to honor digital art, right? And I'm excited that you're following that path also. Should we go in here?
I just Yeah, with light. I actually, when I went to uni to do my master in fine arts, I wanted to do portraits um, because the my supervisor said to me to do portraits. But I just suddenly I found myself inspired by light, because what happened when I went to visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, in Jerusalem, in Palestine. I went with my family when I was young, when I was 16, and when I saw the whole thing, and just kind of the prestige, and um, we all like knelt in front of the tomb of Jesus Christ, and we lit candles and we said our prayers. And when I saw all the holy icons on the Byzantine style, because this is my roots, the Greek Orthodox Byzantine style, so I just was overwhelmed um, with artistic inspiration and revelation and color, and I saw also the light like emit from Jesus Christ when Christ is risen at the time of Easter. People come from around the world and they visit the Holy Sepulchre because of because of the light.
This is let me take that background off there. It threw me off a little and let me put this back on. I love your color work and it's something that goes through all of your work. It doesn't matter what media you're using. You're passionate about colors, right?
Yeah, I love color. I love, and it just I've got my inspiration from color, and especially when they are vivid and vibrant, it just brings joy to me and to people as well, and it affects their kind of soul and energy and thoughts and memories. So I think they are very effective and powerful. Like with this one about resilience and
Yes.
uh, and lucid dreaming. I was inspired here by the Greek philosophy, the ancient Greek philosophy, like Socrates and Aristotle, and this, and also by because they talk about him, Aristotle, I think, and Homer, the poet, and also
Okay.
Carl Jung. They talk about lucid dreaming, how it is effective. How to strengthen our consciousness. When we lucid dream, it's very powerful. It makes us like self-control and have patience and wisdom, and to know how to plan our life and our future life. So resilience is very important, like at the time when we have challenges facing our world and we try to overcome it. So this is reflection.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. I'm gonna explore more, if you don't mind. I'm just like I love exploring your gallery. You have So many galleries in here. We can go to exhibitions, right?
I just like always variable. I'm very, very versatile. I like to do a lot of things, and just yeah. This is actually this portrait was exhibited at Miami Beach, like it was in December, and under the title of Wise, the Wise, and he is the father of the Parliament House because he's the oldest. I think he's got a lot of experience as a politician. Philip Braddock, he's the Honorable Philip Braddock. Yeah,
Wow, that was a school. Oh, this is beautiful.
and that was Florence. Yeah, I joined Florence as well. I got an invitation, and yeah, and that was in the book of the catalog of Florence Biennale,
Yeah,
and it's about the hope for peace. Yeah, hope for peace.
beautiful.
This is, of course, it tells the story. It's a narrative story about the Palestinian woman. It presents the Palestinian woman who,
Mm,
um, like, was experiencing war for a long time, for more than 74 years now, and
yes,
with no peace. And it's got the story of the Palestinian coast. You can see the map on her earrings and the cross, stitches, and I introduce some digits because I want people or my viewers to think and to question is what are they. It actually it tells the story of Palestine since the occupation, since 1948, for 74 years now, and the peace talk hasn't been resolved till now, getting nowhere. So it's all like recording, every year recording, adding, adding, adding. Just I want people to think and to rethink and examine the way the world is going, and um, like for example, if there is a war, we want peace. You know what I mean?
yes,
How
absolutely.
long? How long people wait for?
Totally, totally.
Because I believe, Viviana, I believe art is very powerful here, like to tell about socio-political change, like because art doesn't um, present reality of the real world or everyday life. Art presents or just creates the world, and so we want to create peace instead of war. We want to end war, and that's why I want to convey a message to the world to be heard and to be better understood. um, Enough is enough, you know what I mean, like 74
Absolutely.
years.
Yeah. I always said the individual at heart has peace, and we need the leaders, the world leaders, to read, to get there, right? To get that awareness too. It's a long conversation,
Yeah,
right? It's a long conversation, but we're also advocates for peace, through Create for Peace here. So totally get you. Love your work. And for anybody that is watching, guys, you're seeing right now the website for Marcelle, because I want you to go and explore more of her work. You've heard her. Marcelle, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for advocating for peace with your works, for bringing awareness about so much pain going on, and at the same time, the resilience and the strength, right, of the individual, of the women, right? We have that. I think women across the board, across the world, have been pretty much the pillars, right, of society, and we are the ones that keep it together when the world is crumbling. So thank you so much for sharing that. It really means a lot. Yeah.
yeah. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Viviana, for what you're doing. I just want to take this opportunity and thank you for the award, actually, which the award of top 60 martyrs in 2022, presented by the R2 International magazine. This award, prestigious award, which I received and accepted in excitement and with gratitude. And I also thank you for the book. It's a beautiful book, fantastic,
Thank you.
and for the Look at this for the sculpture of it's
Yes,
called Flying Above. So beautiful,
flying
so
above.
beautiful. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it so much. And I
Thank
also want
you.
to thank your team as as well, because they work very hard behind the scenes. And I want
Yes,
to say congratulations to other artists, the rest of the artists. And once again, I would thank you so much for what you do. Sorry about that.
thank you.
Like promoting the work of international artists around the world. Yes,
Yes,
you're doing a
yeah. I
great
mean,
job. Thank you,
thank
Vivian.
you because you're the guy. You're the ones who make this happen. Really, you inspire me in our two international magazine to 10 years ago we created this award and we couldn't be happier. It really is the 10th
Yeah,
anniversary, and you're flying
yeah. The
above.
magazine.
You're
Yeah,
flying above.
you've done the magazine. This is the 11th and 11th anniversary. It's great. You're doing this
Yes,
for 11 years, and you know what? I just Googled it to say how many artists around the world, and I found out I am informed like 1.4 millions. But this is not only visual artists, it's like including
yes,
musicians and performers and
yes.
everyone. So, and you've been doing this for 11 years. That means 60 artists times 11, that's 660.
600.
So
Yeah,
how long you going? Yeah, so
and a
you're
little
going
bit
to meet
more.
thousands of artists later
Yeah,
on. That's
yeah,
excellent.
absolutely.
Great job.
Yeah.
And you
Thank
know what?
you.
You know what, Viviana, before you go, I just want to let you know that one of my artworks, it's called The Chair. I don't know if you've seen it. I think it is in the book. The chair, it's not a physical chair. It's only a projected light. And this projected light is good. It makes the form of a chair. And it's an allegory, like it's understood about any chair could be like university chair or a judge chair or artist chair, individual chair. I thought of you like your chair is like
Oh,
it's all the center of light because you collect all these lights from around the world from artists, and that's great. You know what I mean? You emitting all the light because art is about light.
yes,
Just it's
yes,
amazing. It's amazing. I love your
yes.
work.
Yes, artists are light workers. I love what I do. Artists are light workers, so that the light and the joy and the hope, artists bring that, like you do. Thank you for what you do. Really, thanks so
You know,
much.
and you know what? There are similarities between artists sometimes because you've done this sculpture. It's beautiful. It's about flying above. And when I
Yes,
did my, that was this was old in 1998, and I've done. I resemble each prominent individual is like a flying migratory bird, you know, because they fly
yes,
high, high. And that
yes.
was my illustration. And everyone does his own symphony, in the world, and that's how we are.
Absolutely.
So it's the same. I mean, there are similarities in ideas and thoughts of all artists, very similar.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm touched. Thanks so much, Marcel. We have to
Thank you,
continue.
Viviana. Thank
We're
you
gonna
for
have
having
to have you
me, and
back.
thank you
The
for the
conversation.
opportunity.
Yes, we have some art talks later on. I'll send you an invite because I'd love to have you back if you don't mind. All right.
Yeah, of course, do. Yeah,
All righty.
you are very
Awesome.
welcome. I wish if I could travel this time, but other chances coming later on in the future, and we'll meet
Yes,
in person. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And thanks everyone for watching Art to Heart. I am super, super, super inspired with this because Marcel has touched my heart today. I hope she touched yours. Really, really touched my heart with her work and her message. Mainly, her message is for peace, peace awareness. Incredible. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Viviana. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks,
All the
everybody, for
best.
watching. Bye, Marcel.
Bye. See you.
Thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned because in a few minutes we are going to launch my talk show, Let's Talk Art. And it's something totally new, but I'm going to be talking with two artists all about art, their art, and what art is doing in the world, just like we did with Marcelle. I hope you share and check out her website. Her work is phenomenal. I'm sure we're going to have her back with us because this conversation needs to keep going. Thanks, and I will see you in a few minutes.